Just doing a quick sketch. I noticed most of the shape of her face is above her eyes, at least in this photo. Just going to draw the shape of the hair. And that's about all the sketch I'm going to do. Now we're going to start with her eyes. Her eyes are very dark lidded. In other words, her eyelashes are a thick and dark shape. Corner of the eye, bottom eyelashes. Kind of sharp looking. Maybe we can exaggerate that. Two highlights in there, and then the eye is extremely dark, so I'm going to draw the pupil really large. I'm barely leaving any room for the iris, and then I'm adding a deep shadow. I'm drawing a piece of an eyebrow there. I'm going to leave it unfinished because we're going to be drawing the hair is going to overlap that. Bridge of the nose. Start on the other eye. Just drawing what I see more or less. Same thing on this side. We'll draw the pupil really big because that helps it look like a very dark eye. I could have drawn it completely black and just inked the whole thing in. This was a pretty good show on Netflix. It only took me a couple of days to watch the entire first season. So we're drawing a piece of the eyebrow there. It's going to be covered up by hair, so I'm not finishing. Now she has the wrinkle here for underneath the under eyelid. There's a few freckles, so I'm just representing those with a couple of dots. And then the lips, there's a pretty deep divot there toward the lips. The lips are really something I could exaggerate. They're very round and narrow. The top lip is very large. Actually, the bottom lip is larger than the top lip, but I'm going to start off with the line between the two lips, the top and the bottom. And this left side is higher than the right side. Pretty deep fold there for a chin. And now we switch to the big marker. which is a small but defined chin. So I'm going to draw that first. Then the cheeks coming down to connect to the chin. Ears are a little higher because she's kind of looking down in this pose. And now for the hair. I didn't plan this out, so I'm not sure how I'll do it. I'm just kind of making it up as I go. I am going by the photo, but I am making up how I'm going to draw these lines to represent what I'm looking at. She has kind of a part in her hair up here. Get the other side. Skinny neck. A severe triangular collar. And then we got the braids. And this is my shorthand, quick and easy way to draw braids. Just draw the shape on one side, the shape on the other side, and boom, you have drawn a braid. That's not the perfect way or the best way to draw braids, but if you're drawing someone at a party, that is the quickest way to do it. I can draw her shoulder pads out behind the braids. Okay, now for the part, which I don't know if it's going to work or not. To really make it look like her, we've got to get dark hair in there, and to do that I'm going to add a lot of ink to it, and it doesn't always work out great, so let's see what happens. And I say it doesn't work out great because I don't practice that enough. I'm just going to start from the part and draw down like that. Now I'm going to start from the bottom of the shape and do the same thing but coming up. Same thing on the other side. Now I'm finding the bottom of the shape and coming up with the shadows. Being more careful here because the edge of my sketchbook is catching the edge of my hand and messing up the stroke of the marker. Alright. Now here's a shorthand for braids. It's not the best way to do braids, but just change the direction of the hairs on each one of these rounded shapes inside the braid. It's not the best or the only way to do braids, but it does look like braids, so here we go. I can also try to add some shading to it. Now this marker is kind of going dry, but Let's see how long it will last and how much we can get shaded. Eyebrows. Dark lips. Add some shadow under the nose. The ears are totally in shadow. Neck is casting a shadow. I mean, actually, it's a chin casting a shadow on the neck. I think my pen's going too dry to fill in this whole shirt. Let's see if we can fill in some of her hair before it completely dries out. Yeah, I do have another one, but it's it's much darker. It's going dry also, by the way. Yeah, it's totally dried out. But still, I think this looks pretty cool with the shading added. And really, the hair would be casting a shadow. So I can add that too. Awesome. That is my shaded quick caricature of Wednesday Addams. I might also try to add some even better shading when I put this drawing into Procreate. Alright, thanks. Let me know what you think.